Prime Minister and party leader
Andrew Holmes
is the man of integrity, love.
The operation, which began after 6 a.m. on Thursday morning, saw unoccupied and unfinished houses being demolished by large machinery.
The state that I
stand in full support
of the best Prime Minister
since 1962.
One inconsolable victim of the demolition said she now has no clue what her next steps will be, as she spent her last $800,000 on the lot she was building on.
Giving me TRN and my ID and they return up the receipt give me. They send the receipt give me. Nobody not give me no look one, no look nothing no give me.
in full support
of the best Prime Minister
Since 1962.
Southwest St. Elizabeth is in full support.
No, I thought me just a pass and so I just tell us to the lead on the plane. Me just have to work for work. I see that work for work. I change that I make work in a mountain. Come in a happy, come here, see if it belongs and such. I don't know what to do.
How could I not support a leader who is moving Jamaica forward?
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You that chop line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again. What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away, eat the yellow correct you. Use the youth, the money, waste for most of mantis statue. Say be like a catch you, but we got in a figure you. Take the spit of money, gal and say that is not you. One day the man above end up, him a got a bread. Too much eating at the kitchen, some a fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you. It burn me 300% raise. It burn me garbage pile up the day. It burn me give the teacher them raise. It burn me I see corruption please. It burn me mash down the people them house. It burn me every day appear arms out. It burn me appear money them a thief. It burn me and them a sell out with each. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.
I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want labor rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Welcome, family. How you guys doing? We want to know who will Jamaica to Dr. Smith, Dr. Finger Smith. Who will Jamaica to him? We want to know. Who tell him say a theme place? Who, me want to know if his mother and his father will it or him and his wife buy it? Would we in it? Who tell him say Jamaica theme? People, get to the popcorn because we are good today.
And I know this brother do it. I remember me always I pull back from a Zara Burton 18 degrees north recording so you guys can learn and see where this thing I come from. And I know it I come. These things that we are watch right now are brand new stuff. But brother, a long time, Mr. Simit at work. Mr. Simit is at work for a while back. Yeah? Me ask her, who will Jamaica fame? Who?
Prime Minister and party leader.
Andrew Holness.
Is what happened to Bold Money. Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. Mm-hmm. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it.
Is the man of integrity.
A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over 143,000 US dollars, which came from SSL.
In full support
of the best Prime Minister.
And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL.
And I am very lucky
to have an outstanding Prime Minister.
It was deeply concerning to me, and I'm sure that it must be deeply concerning to all the people who not only lost money, but know people who lost money. And you know the number one concern is what happened to Bold Money.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
The transformation.
I just gave away 87 black tanks.
Is the best we have had.
So, gentle people, me say, and I know this will go on. Me could listen to one more clip from the PNP and what them have to say.
So there are two separate investigations that emanated from the Prime Minister's statutory declarations. I want you to discuss that first and tell us what were those two separate investigations. One relates to the omission of information for which the Director of Corruption Prosecution ruled, and then the second investigation was around illicit enrichment.
Well, I would say on the 4 accounts, there were 2 related to his parents put his name on, one with a former constituency manager, and another one. Now, it's important to look at the detail. The Director of Investigation said he brought to Mr. Holness's attention on 3 occasions that his name was in fact on the accounts. And in spite of that, Mr. Holness did not declare those as part of his declaration. Secondly, and even more importantly, the Director of Investigation found that in 2 of those accounts, monies were flowing through the accounts from accounts solely controlled by Mr. Holness and 2 accounts solely controlled by Mr. Holness. So, in essence, he's saying Mr. Holness said he knew nothing about these accounts, but funds are flowing in the region of millions of dollars. Deposits put in today, taken out the following week. 2 accounts controlled solely by him. So the question is, was Mr. Holness being truthful when he said, well, it's my parents' account and I don't know anything about it?
People, a piece of article in the Gleaner this morning, the IC, we will not cover. The IC will not back down. The Integrity Commission, them say them now back down, and I stand with them fully. You know that already. And all of Jamaica should have stand with them. Whether or not PNP or Liberty or don't vote. This is the first time anybody farming in Jamaica to hold politicians accountable, PNP or Labour right. We're born in a country where corruption is on every side. So in order to fix it, this body here must be allowed to operate without interference. These guys are not used to accountability. So what they are doing now, they might run up and down, they might piss up themselves, they might run them a stash money. They are not used to accountability. So as Jamaicans, we should stand up for, with, right beside the Integrity Commission. They are for us people. Labour right to cuss them out and stop being damn idiot. Not because they are born for your side now. One man I get hurt now, you know. We not protect one man. Or when them come out with this politician from Manchester just recently, how the Labour now come out and blast them? Talk the truth, man. Them come out, them did some work on Montague. How the Labour now come out and blast the Integrity Commission? So why now? Okay, when they did the work on Bunting, even though Bunting was freed from all this stuff, it shows it was cleared. But they did a report on Bunting. Bunting was mad like hell. So how the Labour them thought it was a good investigation back then? How about Dwayne Vaz most recently? Dwayne Vaz was mad as hell. It was all part of a social media page. So how come that report was okay? No need to call them in parliament. Them a make Dwayne Vaz look bad. It's a witch hunt. Them not this, them not. How come Bunting and Dwayne Vaz report never stem and in a parliament visit to come sit before some crooked politician when I have no integrity? But let me read what Mr. Panton said this morning. Big up the Integrity Commission. Go and do the work. Like I said before, everything in Jamaica need fixing, including the Integrity Commission. But for right now, you guys are doing a wonderful job, and it seems as if it's the only body that got any ounce of integrity. So we stand beside the Integrity Commission. They are working for you people. They are working for PNP, Labour Right, and people who don't vote. Their sole job is make sure politicians not thief from taxpayers. Taxpayers will never know that. Taxpayers will never know. Some of them don't sit up and don't even know, you know. I PNP them I work for. Stop it. Let's read what I want. Because this must make sense in every sentence. Panton says staff, leaders of anti-corruption body will not be intimidated into inaction. Full course ahead, declaring that he will not be intimidated by threats and barbs directed at the commissioners and staff of the Integrity Commission. IC Justice retired Seymour Panton has urged members of the anti-corruption body to fearlessly carry out their duties in accordance with the law. I stand with you guys. The IC chairman's remarks came against the background of a social media post sent to IC Director of Investigation Kevon Stevenson on Saturday, which states, "Yes, nasty PNP boy, you must go down all germs." You hear that? People want to sit down and make politicians rob them, you know. Remember, the Integrity Commission is for them, you know. People rather the commission go down than hold the man with them love over them country accountable. They love the man over themselves. And go see them we write this. Probably them have dinner Saturday night. Actually, don't know people stay up on the social media. Yes, nasty PNP boy, you must go down all germs. A comment Panton described as being designed to drive fear into the heart of the director. The IC chairman said he reported the matter to the National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang. Take every threat seriously. Every single one of them. No man can block them phone and threaten people and believe so they can't find you. Know. Some of the done Jamaican, may I tell you now. Hide behind a black number, *69. Hide behind that and think that people cannot find you. Serious time we living in now, you know. The National Security Minister told the Sunday Gleaner yesterday that if the Director of Investigation was threatened, it was a matter for the police to investigate and thereafter brief him. They need to depend on it. Stevenson told the Sunday Gleaner yesterday that he will make a formal report to the police on Monday. In an interview on Saturday, Panton said there are also senior politicians making defamatory comments about the commissioners of the IC. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. This is one dirty group, you know. This is not government, you know. What you're looking at here, in my opinion, is a criminal organization from top down. That's what they're looking at here. Not no real government. It's a thieving ring. This is not government. Panton said he has been alerted to one such missive sent via WhatsApp. It is clear to me and until I see evidence to the contrary, there are members, politicians who are saying things and doing things that are causing their supporters to be acting in the way they are doing by threatening and libeling the members of the commission as well as employees of the commission. Panton said, me already do video already and say anything happen to this man and them people, you know. Andrew Onis if you're gonna knock pan first, you know. Andrew Onis do it if you're gonna knock pan first. Him started. Him started the first time when they do the investigation on him when he was at Westcon Construction, his business friend and him at the Ministry of Education. Him are the first one come out and say the Integrity Commission Act need to be this and need to be that. And Warmington and this brother come from down St. Thomas there. You know that brother there? That corrupt one there, him and Warmington go up and start blast them until the people then get calm up. One of the man almost losing life. Then the Prime Minister come out and tell himself to ease up, ease up, ease up. That is after the man almost losing life again, you know. So here comes Mr. Prime Minister who know what can happen to these people because it happened before. Him a lead the chant again. Him a lead it himself as the Prime Minister. Him a lead as the Prime Minister. Not on the roadside, not on social media, from out of Parliament. From the People's Parliament. This little Pernell Charles in the People's Parliament. You see all of them in there? All of them in there from out of the Parliament. Disgusting set of pigs. All on the corrupt. All on need to be investigated. One don't want the gravy train to stop. One don't want the gravy train to stop. Disgusting, despicable, corrupt set. A corrupt bunch. It's a new day. Get used to it. I jump off of the goddamn bus. This new day is going to make enough of Uno don't want to be in politics. Because with the spotlight, politics is not going to be that fruitful like old days. We are here. We are out here. Who can't take the heat? Fly out of the kitchen. Me already put that in my song. It burned me. Too much eating at the kitchen. Some of the fly like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media is coming at you. You know, hear me song? Think me out there, man. Me can't see things. Too much heat in the kitchen. Some of the fly like a patu. When singers and DJ and social media is coming at you. You know me song? It burned me. Can't fool me again. You think the line there, hear that line? Every line in the song they connect. Every single line. Too much eating at the kitchen. Some of the fly like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media is coming at you. It's a new day. They don't want to stop thief. They hug up corruption. They support corruption. How is this man able to have a 28 account and so much corruption without the supporters on the dirty bus? It is my belief the whole are on a dirty and should be investigated. If everybody pocket need to shake out for my grandpitney them. Legally. Everybody need to turn upside down legally. Pocket shake out for my grandpitney them sweetie money. Bunch of criminals who have been doing it for years. This body is for us, the people. This body named the Integrity Commission is not for no politician. They do work against Bunting. I'm saying do it against Vaz. Just recently, the others two doing Vaz. And both of them were angry. Then they work on PNP, investigate them and labor right. Nobody's happy because they're not supposed to be nobody's friend. The Integrity Commission is supposed to be the friend of the people. They need more power, so them go kick off door. You know, this boy home and take away electronics. Take away file. That's the type of Integrity Commission more to see. That's the type of power more to see my wield in Jamaica with the feed. Them boy ain't start dig up yet. No, them boy now, them doing my cooperate with the Integrity Commission right now. This brother right there, so. That's why they refer him to feed. Not even cooperate with the Integrity Commission. Them need more power. Them boy are going to say, somebody will Jamaica to them and their family. A long time in their teeth, you know. A long time in their teeth, you know. On the teeth from my grandparents. On the teeth from my parents. On the teeth from me. On the teeth from my pickney them. And on the teeth from my grandpickney them. A whole generation on the teeth, you know. It's a new day. We now go back there. We not take it no more. Jamaica is at a crossroad. So whatever the things so I do to the Integrity Commission, the world is watching. And I want thing will make we go, yo, if this don't deserve a march, if this don't deserve a call to action, we don't know what else deserve a call to action march. We say if this attack on the Integrity Commission not deserve a call to action march, a foreign and make nice and make it look goddamn bad. Because we don't like that, you know. You know, so we make Jamaica look bad. Well, if this is not a time to hit the street of foreign and make it look real bad, don't tell me when is. If this is not the time, we will hit the street in America. You guys have no integrity, no class. You guys don't want to stop thief from the poor people. You guys just want to stay rich and leave the poor people at tenement yard and in a gutter. You guys are despicable. The whole one need to be investigated and carted out to jail. We don't have time to talk shit about Vibes Cartel. And look what we have in government. Look what we have in government. Who is a piece of garbage. You guys are a piece of garbage. Look where you guys put the support around. Eh? A death bag. Garbage, criminal, where if in there foreign, they got a prison long time. A jacket suit to make you a decent person. Cologne can't sweet up a man's character. Them suit dirty and smell funky. Stinky suit them wearing. Because them out of perfume and cologne can't sweeten up a good character. When you just don't want to stop steal. The gravy train, nice, don't it? You don't want to give it up. Robbing from the poor people. You don't want to give it up. You know, rob from my grandparents. The parents, me, my kids, my grandkids, them one who never stop. May I play some phone before I play the video, you know? Because karma, there's a thing named karma or reaping. And one brother was talking about P. Diddy. And all you need to do, I mean, listen it. I mean, say no to the brother here. I like that argument, yeah. All you have to do is take P. Diddy out of it and put that brother in there. And see if that brother alive. All you have to do is take P. Diddy out of it and put such man in place. I want you guys to listen to this before me go down in a one more and go down in a. Because a long time them thing are going to Jamaica. Both sides. That's why this Integrity Commission was created. Because both sides been stealing from us Jamaicans. It's not just Labour right been doing it, you know. PNP been doing it too. But this brother a thief everything it look like. Everything for himself, even from his own charity. I want you guys to listen to this. There's a thing called sowing. And there's a thing called reaping. I want you guys, when it's time for reap, nobody can stop it from reaping. Nobody, and his brother put it beautifully. As I was going through social media this morning and check it out. This brother named Douglas Bly. Go listen.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
Tell me if you hear.
Once again, welcome to another episode of the Pundit Station. Y'all know it's been a minute, and you know I'm the guy to give you shit to pundit about. And it's been all over the news.
Can you hear it, guys?
P. Diddy, Sean Combs, Puff Daddy. I got a message for you, P. Diddy. And you probably never see this video, but it's a good message for you. It comes from the book of Galatians, chapter 6. Start about verse 7.
Can you guys hear it? Somebody
say, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. For soever a man soweth, therefore he shall also reap. Unfortunately, P. Diddy, there's a couple things that verse don't tell you. It don't tell you when you're going to reap it. It don't tell you how you're going to reap it.
Word, man.
And it don't tell you where you're going to be when you reap it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't tell you that 1 year after receiving the key to New York, to the city of New York, that you'll be facing these charges. The reaping didn't tell you that.
Reaping didn't tell you.
But it did tell you was going to reap it. I don't care how much grace God got. God is merciful and He's forgiving. It don't trump reaping.
Listen, people.
I repeat, God grace, God mercy, and God forgiving does not trump reaping. Whatsoever a man soweth, therefore he shall also reap. So that's the message. So I highly recommend that you repent sincerely from your heart and ask God for forgiveness. Maybe the reaping won't be so bad, but you're gonna get it, man. That's life. It's reaping.
People, like I said, scribble out, block out Diddy name and put in the brother name. Right where Diddy supposed to go. And all of these guys here on the bus. Me say, take out Diddy name, black it out, white it out, and just put these guys, this brother here, and all of them. Make you go and listen.
It's called reaping. In the world, they call it karma. What goes around comes around. It's coming to you, Diddy. You destroy people's dreams. I don't care whatever you did, the baby oil, the freak oil, you destroy people's dreams.
Now this brother here too. They say matter. They say the scribble out Diddy name.
You destroy people's, Diddy.
Yes. Yes.
So it's time to reap. Song was say it's time to pay the piper. And let this be a message to the rest of the money out there. Money can't stop the reaping. The best lawyer can't stop the reaping. It's gonna reap. You can go out there and look in your driveway. Concrete all over your driveway. You've been there for years. But you'll see a little grass coming up through the cracks. Because concrete don't stop the reaping, did he? It's time to reap. It's time to pay the piper. And once again, let this be a message to anybody else out there.
Yes, everybody.
Whatsoever a man soweth,
me, you, everybody.
Therefore he shall also reap.
Yes.
That's in the book of Galatians. There's a story in the Bible about a king called Nebuchadnezzar who had pride. Thought he was bigger than God. Read that story. It's in Daniel, the book of Daniel. I want to say chapter 4, between chapter 4 and chapter 6. See what pride did to him. Did it? You destroyed people's dreams. We all come in on it. Everybody got something to say. Because some people done put you on blast. You said after the video about you and Cassidy, you beating her, and you said you was in a bad place, you was in a fucked up place. You spoke it into existence. Because right now, you are in a fucked up place.
And why you know this video is not about Diddy. Because I don't care about certain things. You understand me? All right, me whole million. All right? This video is about any one of us. It's called reaping. This brother I see us. This brother, all of this exposure, time for reap. Look how long he might do it.
Yeah. It's bad that you did that to your own people.
Look at that. Such man.
With no conscience.
Such man.
No ethics.
Such
no
man.
morals.
Such man.
All you cared about was you.
Such man.
And God deal with people like you, didn't he?
Such man. Huh.
So, if I'm blessed, if I'm lucky, maybe you hear this message. But repent. Turn from your wicked ways. God told the people in the book of in the second book of Chronicles, you turn from your wicked ways. I will heal the land. Should have got help a long time ago, did he? It's a little bit too late now for the help. God sent you 3 boats. He sent you somebody that was saying what you're doing is not right, and you refuse to listen. I guarantee you, somebody in your life come past you and said, "Hey, man, check yourself, bro.
Such man?
It ain't right."
Such man? Yes.
But you didn't care.
Didn't care.
Just where you're at. Once again, this from the Ponder Station. I give you stuff to ponder about. And we're out.
Respect my brother. I respect what you said a while ago because I could have taken that and put it in my own pocket, in my own life. What you reap or what you sow. You see? What you reap, you can't reap peas, you can't plant peas and expect corn to grow. And that's how earth go. And we could have take this lesson and apply to all of our lives. You know, it is a word for all of us. And I hope this brother know what coming to him because God not sleep. You see me? So people, get to the popcorn because we are going to Zara Burton and I know this brother do him I do. Long time I do it. Long time to your own people. Like the brother says so, to your own people.
Prime Minister and party leader
Andrew Holness
is the man of integrity, love.
The operation, which began after 6 a.m. on Thursday morning, saw unoccupied and unfinished houses being demolished by large machinery.
The state that I
stand in full support
of the best Prime Minister
since 1962.
One inconsolable victim of the demolition said she now has no clue what her next steps will be, as she spent her last $800,000 on the lot she was building on.
Give me TRN. And then turn up the receipt, give me. There's another receipt, give me. Nobody not give me no look one, no give me.
in full support
of the best Prime Minister
since 1962.
Southwest St. Elizabeth is in full support.
No, I thought me just have fires and so I just tell us when I leave on the plane. Me just have to work for God work. I see that work for God work. I change and let me go work in a man time. Come in a happy, come here, see if it belongs and such. I don't know what to do.
How could I not support a leader who is moving Jamaica forward?
Prime Minister and party leader
Andrew Holness
is what happened to borrowed money. Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it.
Is the man of integrity.
A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over 143,000 US dollars, which came from SSL.
In full support
of the best Prime Minister.
And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL.
And I am very lucky
to have an outstanding Prime Minister.
It was deeply concerning to me, and I'm sure that it must be deeply concerning to all the people who not only lost money, but know people who lost money. And you know the number one concern is what happened to borrowed money.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
The transformation.
I just gave away 87 black cats.
Is the best we have had.
People, a long time that brother had this video 7 years ago. That means that he might do things before him even become a prime minister. From a minister of education, he might do a funky thing over there. You see it? So let me show you. We're gonna listen to Zara Burton, get a coffee.
We uncover a trail of property purchase.
Every poor man must build his castle. Every poor man must build him big house.
He became Jamaica's newest Prime Minister despite controversy about his big house.
Join us in a partnership for prosperity.
We uncover a trail of property purchases and ask, is Andrew Holness paying his part?
Is that why you didn't pay the property taxes on the home?
What the Prime Minister didn't want you to know before the election. And later, Honus sounds the warning on corruption to his new cabinet.
Corruption will not be tolerated in this country.
But does his own record raise questions when it comes to awarding public contracts?
When each side is in government, there are uncomfortable levels of awarding of contracts to persons who are either political supporters, campaign financiers, or other connected parties.
We reveal how Honus signed off on taxpayer money for a contract to his associates on this episode of 18 Degrees North. "18 Degrees North" is brought to you by
You're like me.
Or me.
You
back with FGB.
My students are learning to find the right formula. That's what my bank already gives me. With Saturday
What else the
banking,
people?
late opening
Now
hours,
you're good?
and an extra special credit card
I
reward.
hear man a talk all kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie. Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, you know. Me not like people tell lie for me. I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want labor rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Hello, I'm Zara Burton, and welcome to 18 Degrees North. It's from right here in Kingston, Jamaica, 18 degrees north of the equator, where every week we're going to take you on a global journey with us as we focus on Caribbean stories that have global impact. We begin our show with Jamaica's newest Prime Minister, Andrew Honus. During the 2016 general elections, his house became front and center. The public, and perhaps more so the ruling People's National Party, they wanted to know why a St. Lucian company owned his house and where he got the money, since news reports had put its value at about $2 million, a figure Honus has not confirmed. After all, Honus had been a politician most of his professional life, didn't come from money, and his salary at the time was just over $60,000 each year, not counting allowances. Honus answered several of the questions asked, but we at 18 Degrees North had others. What we found was an interesting series of property purchases and an uneven playing field when it comes to personal tax matters.
The state that I
stand in full support
Of the best Prime Minister.
Since 1962.
He's the man of integrity, love.
And I'm very lucky
to have an outstanding Prime Minister.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
the transformation. I just gave away 87 black cats.
Between Jamaican politicians and their associates in the awarding of public contracts. We're staying right here in Jamaica at 18 degrees north and 77 degrees west.
The Labour Party believe that every poor man must build his castle. Every poor man must build him big house. And we not grudge of it. We are going to help you to achieve that. That is why we say education be free, health be free, and we must make the place secure so you can live and enjoy yourself.
This is the house, built on 3/4 of an acre, complete with stone-cut wall in the exclusive Beverly Hills neighborhood just outside Kingston. It's a huge upgrade from where Jamaica's newest Prime Minister and then opposition leader Andrew Honus says he was born.
I was born in a 2-bedroom board house at 56 Cumberland Road in a Spanish town. My father is still a farmer and my mother is a retired civil servant.
Property records showed that Beverly Hills land was purchased by a St. Lucian-based company, AdMat Incorporated, for $300,000 in 2011, 3 months before Honus became Prime Minister of Jamaica for the first time, and when he was Minister of Education. There's no mortgage listed. In a statement, Honus says he's the sole director of AdMat and a shareholder, along with his 2 sons, Adam and Matthew. Honus says he got the money from funds in his accounts at 2 of Jamaica's investment banks and used his savings, salary, loans, and credit from suppliers established through his wife, who is a real estate developer, to build the house, costing him approximately $52 million, or around $525,000 US. He says the St. Lucian structure was used for estate planning. His attorney, Patrick Bailey, says there's that, and the additional potential benefit of avoiding transfer taxes.
If the house at Beverly Hills is the only asset and he was selling it, he would simply sell the company, sell the shares. The company would have its shareholding transferred from him and his children to the new purchasers, whereas the title would remain unchanged because the new purchaser will be the owners of AdMat and be the owners of the property. So in that case, there's no transfer from one entity to another. So you save on transfer tax and stamp duty and those sorts of things.
Civil society activist Carol Narcisse says the leader of the country shouldn't be trying to avoid taxes.
Especially if you're a prime minister and you're telling your citizens that they need to conform to the regulatory environment that you have designed, that you do not think you can adhere to, because it is inimical to your interest to adhere to it, or inimical to the interest of your children's future to adhere to it, then there is a major, there's a major inconsistency there that you need to explain.
Join us in a partnership for prosperity. Let's change Jamaica for the better. Choose prosperity.
Does he own other entities in there, in AdMat?
In AdMat? Yeah. I think he has at least one other property in AdMat.
And where is that?
That is in somewhere in the Arcadia area. Right.
And that's considered land or also?
No, it's an apartment. Actually, he's now in the process of selling that unit. He owes suppliers, because suppliers gave him credit for the house he's building in Beverly Hills.
And source of funds for that was what?
That one, I can't recall all of those details. But I seem to remember that he has always used the house that he lives in and get loans and that sort of thing.
We checked the title for the property, where Bailey says both Honus and his wife lived at the time of our interview, and found no additional loans or mortgages other than those originally taken out in 2002, when they bought the house for $7 million Jamaican dollars, around $144,000 US back then.
You were satisfied then with the source of the funds in both cases?
Oh, absolutely. He saved in US stocks and amongst his portfolio. So he was saving, because these are savings.
Is that savings from him alone or him and his wife?
I don't know that level of personal detail. that would be. Yeah, I don't know that level
of what you know. Is there any evidence?
I know of nothing. I've known nothing else that he owns in relation to AdMat. Okay. He currently owns it.
We checked the title for the Acadia property and found that it was indeed purchased by the same St. Lucian company, AdMat Incorporated, in 2008, again when Honus was Minister of Education. The price tag, 16 million Jamaican dollars, around 219,000 US back then, and again, no mortgage was listed. Further, we also checked whether AdMat owned additional properties and found one more. A half-acre lot, also bought in Beverly Hills on Waco Close in February 2009, also when Honus was Minister of Education, price tag around 15 million Jamaican dollars, almost 173,000 US dollars, and again, no mortgage listed.
So you've never heard of this property before today?
Let me put it this way. I have never handled, and when I look at the transfer, I see the names of lawyers who I know.
Hey.
And he's entitled to have more than one lawyer.
Yeah.
We all have to eat.
We know.
So all told, when it comes to properties, there's the Great House Boulevard home that Honus and his wife bought with a mortgage while Honus was a mere member of parliament. And in the 4 years he was Minister of Education, earning the equivalent of around $60,000 per year or $90,000 with allowances, there was the Arcadia apartment, no mortgage listed. The land at Wycliffe Close in Beverly Hills, no mortgage listed. The land for the Shenstone Beverly Hills house he's building, no mortgage listed. And around $525,000 spent building the house in the 3 years after Honus's Jamaica Labour Party lost the election in 2011. Honus, through a member of his team, said he wouldn't comment on the source of funds for any of his properties before the election. He also said he would make his financial statement public at the end of March 2016, but he didn't. Despite...
Hold on there. You said I know the man have problem with the taxes. 2016, not true. Way before that. Problem with taxes. And this is a brother. People may go to a break. I'll be right back.
The state that I
stand in full support
of the best Prime Minister
Since 1962.
Is the man of integrity, love,
and I am very lucky
To have an outstanding Prime Minister.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
the transformation. I just gave away 87 black cats.
is the best we have had.
Southwest St. Elizabeth is in full support.
Ladies first.
Of
the most honorable, I should say, Dr. Andrew Michael Onis.
How could I not support a leader who is moving Jamaica forward?
Andrew Holness,
continue to be the leader you are.
And I'll do everything in my powers to ensure that he
lead until he is ready to go.
Prime Minister and Party Leader, Andrew Holness.
I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a Prime Minister, and is a Prime Minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want Labour rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Thank you guys for waiting.
Calls to Juliet Honus, a property developer, chartered accountant, and newly elected.
Detail. That'll be. I don't know that level.
Of what you know, is there any evidence?
I know of nothing. I've known nothing else that he owns in relation to he currently owns it.
We checked the title for the Arcadia property and found that it was indeed purchased by the same St. Lucian company, ADMAT Incorporated, in 2008, again when Honus was Minister of Education. The price tag, 16 million Jamaican dollars, around 219,000 US back then, and again, no mortgage was listed.
Rich.
Further, we also checked whether ADMAT owned additional properties and found one more. A half-acre lot, also bought in Beverly Hills on Wycliffe Close in February 2009, also when Honus was Minister of Education, price tag around 15 million Jamaican dollars, almost 173,000 US dollars, and again, no mortgage listed. So you
people want to understand, they said this was before the brother turned Prime Minister, you know. So we don't see her go on lately now. Hey, a long time the brother are going with them, I do. I'll be right back after this short break.
Prime Minister and Party Leader, Andrew Holness.
Is what happened to borrowed money. Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it.
Is the man of integrity.
A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over 143,000 US dollars, which came from SSL.
In full support
of the best Prime Minister.
And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL.
And I'm very lucky
to have an outstanding Prime Minister.
It was deeply concerning to me, and I'm sure that it must be deeply concerning to all the people who not only lost money, but know people who lost money. And you know the number one concern is what happened to borrowed money.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
The transformation. I just gave away 87 black tanks.
Is the best we have had.
I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a Prime Minister, and is a Prime Minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want Labour rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Thank you for your time, people.
Never heard of this week of closed property before today.
Let me put it this way. I have never handled, and when I look at the transfer, I see the names of lawyers who I know. And he's entitled to have more than one lawyer. They all have to eat.
So all told, when it comes to properties, there's the Great House Boulevard home that Honus and his wife bought with a mortgage while Honus was a mere member of parliament. And in the 4 years he was Minister of Education, earning the equivalent of around $60,000 per year or $90,000 with allowances, there was the Arcadia apartment, no mortgage listed. The land at Waycliffe Close in Beverly Hills, no mortgage listed. The land for the Shenstone Beverly Hills house he's building, no mortgage listed. And around $525,000 spent building the house in the 3 years after Honus's Jamaica Labour Party lost the election in 2011. Honus, through a member of his team, said he wouldn't comment on the source of funds for any of his properties before the election, but even after, he didn't. He also said he would make his financial statement public at the end of March 2016, but he didn't.
That's right.
Despite several calls to Juliette Honus, a property developer, chartered accountant, and newly elected member of parliament, she didn't get back to us.
Guys, I'll be right back after this short break.
I needed a little clarity myself, so just to be clear. So let's say, for example, a special report is tabled on the matter that the country is waiting to hear, the illicit six. That would come to the House and go
On a point of order, I do not know of what you're speaking, member. It's a... I don't know. Please remove that comment. Please remove that comment. That comment is inappropriate, doesn't belong in the House, and is not included in any document submitted in this honorable House. Please remove your comment.
I've heard what you have said, Madam Speaker.
And Hansel, please strike the comment.
Thank you guys for your time.
We will again reduce transfer taxes, stamp duties, and estate tax.
What about property tax?
Nobody pay. He has to pay property tax.
At the time of our initial checks in the 2 weeks before the election, the house in Beverly Hills had an outstanding balance since 2013 on the tax administration's website. Amount about $174,000 or US $1,400 approximately. Property taxes on the Waycliffe Close land in Beverly Hills were listed as not having been paid since 2009, a total of about $175,000 or US around $1,400.
Wow.
And the Great House Boulevard home that he owned with his wife Juliette, that was listed as outstanding since 2014, owing Jamaicans $64,000 or about $526 US.
People, they said him no pay taxes. People so long, as over 7 years this, One of those I hear now in the news are more current, but they must sit there from more We back then, people, he might not pay taxes, but he take up taxpayers' money, go give himself 300% raise. He take up taxpayers' money, go spend useless plastic money. I know when to know how much money it take to make them useless plastic money. Everything gag. He take up taxpayers' money. You spend on Devon House. Go take out the green grass up there in the trees where Jamaican used to go up there, go chill, and put concrete up there to facilitate tourists. It take taxpayers' money to spend on Bustamante statue. It take taxpayer. Hey, people, this someone else dash taxpayers' money, the grand gala, the lighting, and all of that. Even though after we have the August 6th celebration, we don't need any more celebration. The hospital don't have goddamn beds. Instead of go have a grand gala, a party when you don't have nothing in your cupboard, in your yard, in your fridge. Just waste taxpayers' money. Just take it and dash it away, but not on the people. I want you guys to understand this. Empty building, almost $500 million taxpayers' money. $1.7 trillion missing from his office, Tufton and Flavel Ministry. There's no urgency to find out where the money there. A matter of fact, he might block the investigators. He might block the Auditor General from independently investigate which part of the money gone. Taxpayers' money, him not paying the taxes. According to all these reports. This is Zara Burton, I tell you from then, And this new Integrity Commission report, I tell you, say the man make money out of him company, $20 million in companies, and report nil. Look at the pattern. So police must get a salary out of this over there. School teachers must get a salary out of him. Soldiers can't never pound a flour and chicken back out of him. Nobody in Jamaica must name nothing out of him. Even charity money when the man get to give poor people, the man take it. What that tell you about this man? People, let me go to a quick break and I'll be right back.
The state that I
stand in full support
of the best Prime Minister
Since 1962.
Is a man of integrity, love,
and I am very lucky
To have an outstanding Prime Minister.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, You elect a Prime Minister. And is a Prime Minister around the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want labor rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Thank you guys for waiting. Please share this live. 5 to 3 people on your WhatsApp. We don't have WhatsApp, don't it? So when I hide it for. Share it, man. And everybody know call us, Share them conversation here. Grassroots people. This is not mainstream media. And a matter of fact, when I done, I got pin on my cash app tonight. Can you know why? I'm going to tell you why I'm going to pin my cash app when I'm done. Let's get on with the story.
All the tax administration to confirm. Volume is 1118. Yeah.
The amount is $64,000 outstanding and $50 for 2 years.
All in, Honus or his entities were listed at the time as owing almost 413,000 Jamaican dollars, around $3,400 US. It wasn't clear if there were any amounts owing for the apartment at Arcadia Drive. Caroline Hay, former Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, says, in general, no leader should be backed up on their taxes. We did not ask her specifically about Honus.
No public official ought to be behind on their taxes. You are in a position, when you're a public official, in a position of trust, and one would imagine an example to the nation as to what values we want in positions of leadership.
Days after 18 Degrees North brought it to Honus's attention, and before the election, the tax administration's website reflected zero balances for the 2 Beverly Hills properties at Shenstone Drive and Wycliffe Close. However, taxes on the house he owns with his wife were still listed as owing as of our last check, March 18th, 2016, even as he became Prime Minister of Jamaica for a second time.
That I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Jamaica.
Coming up on 18 Degrees North, too close for comfort? How Andrew Honus signed off on taxpayers' money for a contract to his associates. 18 Degrees North just uncovered a trail of property purchases linked to Jamaica's newest Prime Minister, Andrew Holness. Now see how that trail led us down another path, that of government contracts awarded to his associates.
Corruption will not be tolerated in this government.
The property at Wycliffe Close in Beverly Hills remains an open lot today. As it turns out, the owner, Andrew Holness's ADMAT Incorporated, applied to the National Environmental Planning Agency to build townhouses in 2010, but that application was turned down. Representing ADMAT in this application was one Robert Garvin.
Robert Garvin is not a director in any way, shape, or form of ADMAT.
No, he's not.
But why would Robert Garvin's name then appear on an application to the land development?
Because he acting as agent, he's in the process. That's not unusual.
According to Company's Office records, Robert Garvin is or was the director of other entities affiliated with Andrew or Juliet Holness: Positive Jamaica Foundation Limited, Sunshine Mobile, West Central St. Andrew Trust Limited, Omega Bridge Finance, and the now removed Toledo Taxi Service.
Who is Robert Garvin?
Garvin?
Robert Garvin.
Never met the name, never heard the name. But I do remember Positive. But I did set a Positive Jamaica, I remember that.
Right, but he's one.
Yeah.
Positive Jamaica is in part a director by Garvin.
I know he was a director of
and by the way, one more thing. What about the fact that Garvin used this address, 28 Herb McKinley?
Because this is my address. It's precisely what I'm saying. You're at 28 Herb McKinley.
I know. Yeah. Why Robert Garvin used it? And
because we set up the company here. Garvin, I'm not saying that. I don't remember the name.
Separately, Robert Garvin is also listed as the director of Westcon Construction, along with one Donovan Simpson. Garvin used the address 25 Dominica Drive while setting up Westcon, the same address he and Holness used when registering West Central St. Andrew Trust Limited. Government records show Westcon Construction as receiving 14 government contracts, totaling 28.5 million Jamaican dollars, or around $386,000 US. This was between 2006 and 2009, even as Holness or his wife shared directorships with Garvin on 4 entities.
Wow.
12 of the 14 contracts were under the JLP government, with which Holness has a career-long affiliation. 9 of the 14 list 0 or only 1 tender. 10 of the 14 were granted by the Minister of Education when Andrew Holness was minister, and by the National Works Agency and Social Development Commission for work in Holness's constituency. Holness even instructed the Social Development Commission to pay Westcon Construction just under 1.5 million Jamaican dollars, or around US $21,000 back then. He signed the document himself.
Of course.
There was only one bidder for cleaning, bushing, and trimming of the roadways in Holness's constituency of West Central St. Andrew, and no procurement committee approval. Payment was requested by Holness December 20th, 2007, and paid promptly on the same day. When contacted in a general sense, the current Social Development Commission head, Dwayne Vernon, said, while not the norm, it is possible to have a request and payment on the same day. As
people, let me go to a short break. I'll be right back.
I hear man talk all kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie! Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, you know. Me not like people tell lie for me.
The government, because the economy is growing, the government is now giving young people who are registered in HEART approximately $150 each month to help them with the bus fare and help them with the lunch money. So nobody has any excuse not to go to school to learn a skill, because you're getting help with the bus fare and help with the lunch money as well. If that is not transformational, I don't know what is. So if that is not transformational, I don't know what is. So
guys, thank you for your time. Now, As you can see, I have pinned my Zelle, my Cash App, and my PayPal in the comment section for a reason. Why not? Why not? Everybody else have pinned them Zelle, them Cash App, and them PayPal, and them now do the work of me I do, you know. Me I watch a video the other day, about 3 days ago, 3 or 4 days ago. Me I watch a TV, right? And I watch Obama. There's a commercial come on with Obama. Obama was begging money for Kamala Harris campaign. If them the rich people can beg money for rich business, why me can't beg money too if you do my work? If pastor in a church, him not pray for you from the bottom of him heart like you want him believe, you know. Him not make you left church without him tell us if he put something. Me not beg no money, but me put my Cash App, my Zelle, and my stuff up there, so I will work, I put them at work. So if anybody feeling at them heart, they want to bless the platform. So we keep on continue the work, yeah. You know, push the work on. Because we'll work have to go on. So why not? So from now on, moving forward, I'm gonna pin my Zelle, my Cash App, and my PayPal in the comment section. If nobody find it in them heart, to bless I and I, them do so. If you don't want, God bless the same way. You see me I say? All right, so I watched the thing up with Obama about 3-4 days ago. And I call producer Wayne, and I say, Wayne, I just watch Obama a while ago. And him out there on a begging campaign. He must say, boys, only have few days left before you can donate before the campaign. Because, you know, they get ready to start early voting and all that. And I see Obama up there beg. He say anything too small. If I even something small, not too small. Obama said, right. And guess what? Just like Bernie, remember Bernie? When him a running, theme fundraiser, him get us a little bit, you know. Little bit, and him was the most funded, him have the most money. And film donors, them donate the little, is small, it's kind of ask the pennies. So we look on my page and I say, hold on. So much on there, so. What if 2,000 people or so donated $2? Simple stuff like that, you know. What if 2,000 people will appreciate my work donated $2? Even a month. Simple stuff like that, you know. Look how simple it is. But me hear Obama say, no matter how small it is, spend it and you have like how much days he must say before the campaign left, before you can donate to Kamala Harris campaign. Me say me right. You know something out there joke? You know, take a look at work me put in a lot of work in on these people. Let's continue with the story. If you find it in your heart and you want to donate, see it in the comment section. In the live feed. Enough love. Let's go.
Especially when there's a contract in place with stated payment dates. Vernon, who didn't address this contract specifically, also said the SDC does not procure for constituencies. This is the prerogative of the MP and his or her project officer. Civil society activist Carol Narcisse says awarding of government contracts in Jamaica has been a long-standing cause for concern.
When each side is in government, there are uncomfortable levels of awarding of contracts to persons who are either political supporters, campaign financiers, or other connected parties.
We asked Honus whether he declared his relationship with Garvin while contracts were being awarded to Western Construction, but he didn't get back to us. We called Garvin, but he said he couldn't talk at the time and he didn't answer our text message. When contacted, Garvin's partner in Western Construction, Donovan Simpson, he tried to distance himself from the inner workings of the company. So you didn't benefit from these contracts?
No.
Even though his name is not on the filing, is Andrew Honus a part of this company?
No, not to my knowledge. No, man, he's not a part of it.
Do you know if Garvin is a friend of Andrew Honus?
Yes, yeah, man, they are friends. They are very close. Before Andrew went in politics, you know. I met it at Seattle because we were both close.
Okay.
So the first time I saw Andrew is when he invited me to the Seattle. Okay, so you think so?
We searched, but could find no record of Honus declaring his relationship with Robert Garvin or Donovan Simpson. And the Office of the Contractor General would only say that we should request an investigation, which we did. When asked in a general sense, and not about Honus specifically, Caroline Hayes says These kinds of relationships should be declared.
In the procurement rules and guidelines that I've read, there's been a concern about whether there is a connection either directly, meaning you have an interest in a company that's bidding for public assets and public benefit, or indirectly, meaning it's in the name of a wife, in the name of a girlfriend, in the name of a child, in the name of an associate. It's a duty of our staff and any other public officers and officials directly or indirectly involved in the procurement process, especially in the preparation of bidding documents, evaluation, contract negotiations, contract management, and payments, to declare any potential conflicts of interest.
Whether Honus declared his relationship with Garvin remains unclear. However, Bailey, his attorney, is adamant that all assets associated with Andrew Honus were declared.
In every case, everything that he has owned from the time that from even the time he set up ADMAT, going back to 2001, everything has been declared.
We checked with the Integrity Commission, but no one ever got back to us. Information submitted is usually confidential.
The law that governs it explicitly states that these declarations cannot be made public. And if they are made public, whoever makes them public is subject to a fine of over $1 million, right? These declarations of assets need to be brought under the ambit of the Access to Information Act so that we can request to see and be given or given a good reason why we can't be given.
In Jamaica, breaches of the rules governing the awarding of government contracts carry a possible fine of $1,000 or around $8 and or 3 months.
You see the fine? If them release anything of $1 million, if them find 1,000, hold on there. Let me back it up to box cover. I know you are going. Corruption pay at Jamaica. Corruption pay. Thank you, brother Christopher. You say, I want everyone on Carlos' platform to send whatever you can on his behalf. And, you know, the man say me work night and day. Chris, analyze it. Carlos, you deserve every penny you get. You work for the people night and day. Christopher, analyze. Come to think about it. Yes. Anytime. At night, morning, noon. Anytime, people. Me up on the road, me I drive. They are work. Anywhere, people. Me are pushing something for the people from a country. I mean, I fight for PNP and labor rights. I believe that. I'm a country me I fight for. None of them now pay me a dime. Because if Mark Gold is going to want the Integrity Commission to hold him accountable if he go on with the same thing too. That's why I'm telling the guys, I make we leave the Integrity Commission alone. I feel the same thing. It is our FBI. It's brand new. We can fix it. Strengthen it. All of us. PNP and labor rights. A years where you say PNP a thief. Don't. No, a years where you say labor rights a thief. Don't. Them rap from my grandparents. My parents. Me pickney and my grand pickney. You don't know how much generation that? And they still a thief? No conscience? Let's continue.
Everything has been declared.
We checked with the Integrity Commission, but no one ever got back to us. Information submitted is usually confidential.
The law that governs it explicitly states that these declarations cannot be made public. And if they are made public, whoever makes them public is subject to a fine of over $1 million.
Listen right? That. Listen.
These declarations of assets need to be brought under the ambit of the Access to Information Act so that we can request to see and be given or given a good reason why we can't be given.
In Jamaica, breaches of the rules governing the awarding of government contracts carry a possible fine of $1,000 or around $8.
$8. So corruption pays, don't it? They're not gonna fix it. They're not gonna fix it. Listen to that. If anybody leak anything, $1 million. But corruption, $1,000, $8 US. $8 US. Rather, $8 US, my people. Golly.
Makes them public is subject to a fine of over $1 million, right? These declarations of assets need to be brought under the ambit of the Access to Information Act so that we can request to see and be given or given a good reason why we can't be given.
In Jamaica, breaches of the rules governing the awarding of government contracts carry a possible fine of $1,000 or around $8.
I'll be right back, guys, after this short break, because this deserves a break. I ain't gonna lie.
Prime Minister and Party Leader Andrew Holness.
Is what happened to borrowed money. Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it.
Is the man of integrity.
A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over $143,000, which came from SSL.
In full support
of the best Prime Minister.
And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL.
and I am very lucky
to have an outstanding Prime Minister.
It was deeply concerning to me, and I'm sure that it must be deeply concerning to all the people who not only lost money, but know people who lost money. And the number one concern is what happened to borrowed money.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
The transformation. I just gave away 87 black tanks.
is the best we have had.
I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want labor rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Or 3 months in prison. See what happens when we try to get answers from Andrew Holness on the campaign trail. That's next on 18 Degrees North.
I hear man talk a kind of lie. Oh, 20 million and 28 million. Lie. Me not take no salary increase. So my salary is what it was before. And I tell you something, I feel like just keep back to. Because he's a proud man, Me don't like people tell lie for me.
Jamaica's newest Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, may have wrested control from the People's National Party, in part because of his 10-point tax plan. During the election campaign, though, there were skeptics. Critics charged, how was he going to plug the millions in lost revenues in US dollar terms when his plan would essentially eliminate income tax on those earning the equivalent of around $12,000 or less? Holness's plan was to spur spending and generate more revenue from consumption tax while raising taxes on high-end earners. We caught up with Holness on the campaign trail. We asked him what else he had up his sleeve and why at the time was he listed as being behind on his property taxes.
Always. And not pay taxes.
Where is the economy going? Have you done any analysis of your tax plan and what economic growth is going to look like in your first year?
I wouldn't want to give you a specific figure.
But your analysis must have produced something that is tangible for the people to understand.
Yeah, but I didn't say I would give you that figure.
Wow.
But it has produced a figure.
Of course.
Okay.
Otherwise, why would you do the analysis?
Give me a general sense of where we have on the low end and the top end.
I would say to you that if you're going to talk about economic growth, you should be above 3%.
Okay, that's a fair statement to me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the other taxes that you, tax incentives and lower rates. And
So in
I think there was
general-
mention of some transfer taxes as
so
well.
in general, you want to, our tax plan is to reduce transaction taxes. A part of economic growth is to get the velocity of transactions increasing, and particularly in construction and real estate. because those are major employment areas. So we will bring to the levels which we had them before our transfer tax and stamp duties, and estate taxes as well.
You seem to don't like taxes too much because
Absolutely. I'm a small government, free enterprise person. I believe that markets work best and taxes are distortionate.
Okay. Is that why you didn't pay the property taxes on the home?
No, my property taxes are paid.
On the THS website, when we did the valuation numbers for your properties, the outstanding taxes are there.
No, my taxes are paid.
When we looked, there was your Great House Boulevard property. There was your property that's owned by AdMat, which you say you're sole director of. And then there's another property that we actually found under AdMat as well, up at Wycliffe Close. All three were outstanding. And then we saw that at Wycliffe Close, taxes seem to have been outstanding since 2009. What about the other property, though, at Wycliffe Close?
That I would have to check on. I mean, that's been there for a little while, so I'll have to check on. But I don't want to distract from the message.
No, but you are the person that's saying that you don't necessarily love taxes. Yeah. And so you are the lead. You are a leader of the country, potentially the premier leader of this country come next week. And so I'm asking you the question, as the leader of a country, do you believe that your taxes should have been more up to date than the record reflects?
What I'm saying to you, from my best recollection, I paid my taxes. Now, if it is that they are outstanding, it's not an issue to pay them.
Okay.
I'm not hiding from taxes.
But AdMat is designed for you to avoid potential estate taxes and transfer taxes.
No, it's designed for estate planning.
For estate planning purposes, that means basically that you avoid some sort of taxes. And I'm saying, does it look good for a leader of a country?
I'm not clear that when we set it up, it was never to avoid any kind of taxes. And it's not likely that I would be able to sell everything. It was set up merely as a way of holding assets. So it's a holding company. That's it. But in any event, let's be clear. Any citizen of any country is permitted. It's not illegal to establish, and many persons have.
No doubt. I'm not talking about the legality. I'm more talking about, does it look good for a leader to be trying to set up their situation so that they avoid paying tax?
No. Any company can, I think, avoid being in a situation. Look, my view on the matter is this: you should plan your estate and plan the taxes the best way possible.
You just said a while ago that you don't see a sense where you would be able to sell everything. What's everything?
You mentioned 2 properties.
There's Wycliffe Close, which is at open land right now.
Look, we'll talk again.
No, one thing I want to tell you. Hold on, Mr. Honest. Mr. Honest, I must ask you a question.
Hold him, Sarah.
What's your relationship?
So this is where we bring 18 Degrees North to a close for this week. Join us online, look us up on Twitter or on Facebook, send us your comments. We're there to bring you Caribbean stories that have global impact. From all of us here at 18 Degrees North, I'm Zara Burton. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, Zara, you know something I like you though. That's why I don't know if you're married and all them things, but I put it out there and say, boy, Jamaican Carlos, you're pretty, mind, body, spirit, soul. You're good behaving, man. You understand me? You are beautiful spirit. I love your work. Honestly, I really appreciate this woman's work. Can you imagine if I have about 3 more of this woman? Can you imagine if Jamaica have 3 more Zara Burton people to pull back the curtain? I'm certain. Can you imagine? Things will be better. Can you imagine if we have 3 more of this woman? And nobody believe she played the PNP them either. Nobody believe, because it's going to be a hell and bam bam when we drop the PNP them story up as so. Somehow not like we hear the truth, but hey,
This page is not no PNP page or Labour page. It's all about Jamaica, and everybody have to shape up right. Because my country called Jamaica is at a crossroad. And if you love it, we're going to shake off corruption. Light a candle, sing a sanky, and find your way back home. You see, as the people, too much corruption that hurt me, you know. And we sit down as Jamaicans and we take it from PNP, we take it from Labour, right? Here we know now. Loudy man, the next I do it too. At the PNP, they must say that, you know. Then you hear the Labour at them now. Loudy man, the next I do it too. And for decades, we allow them to rob our grandparents. Rob our parents. And rob we. Rob our grandparents, them. And I mean, like, no stopping. Look at this simple story right here. This was 7+ years ago, almost 8 years. Zara Burton report. This brother did not learn. Even recently, the brother handing out the cookie jar, same way. Can't learn. Can't learn. Zara Burton report, him try to get her fired. Sue her. Everything people go hard. Corruption in Jamaica is the hardest thing to be exposed. Thank God for us vloggers who don't care. Put a life on the line. That's what I say. Oh no, look here. That's how I put my Zelle and my Cash App and my PayPal account. Yes, sir. Come say, you know what, Carlos? Stop one like you're rich than everybody. Look at Obama. I make pennies. I make pennies for the campaign. Pennies. Because them pennies, they add up. You hear? And me days I do good work, hard work, enough of my eyesight. People are not reading me, you know. People are not reading me, though. Sometimes I get dark up. Sometimes I read phone and I make mistake. I become my eye dark. I go get my glasses. No longer than this month. Next month I come. I tell you guys that. I go put on glasses on me and read to protect myself from these dangerous lights where I come from this the laptop or the tablet or the phone. Remember, a strong light that come to your eye where we're not used to. God never make a eye for them sitting there, so we have to protect them and we're going to go blind early. Let's watch this. This is more modern corruption. Zara Burton, even though she investigate the man and the report come out, the brother does say, boy, you know what? God damn, they're on me. We on social media say, boss, if we're not thief, we're not stop thief. We are here. We will shine the light in the dark areas. Them still are doing what them do, people. They don't listen to it. This is a modern corruption.
This is actually one of the more disturbing features because what the investigation of the Integrity Commission has revealed is that funds were used from a charity. It's called Positive Foundation, Positive Jamaica Foundation, a charity which, you know, by definition would have charitable purposes. And some funds in the region of approximately $32,000 US dollars were diverted to pay for a bond in the name of Mr. Honus.
Or his company, his personal company.
And I believe at some point it may have been either in his or his personal holding company, which he owns 100%. And it remained in that form for the life of the bond until it was called. And it was only after the bond had been redeemed and that transaction was now, in a sense, extinct.
Is it reasonable?
Closed. That, just allow me to finish, that upon questioning by the director of investigation that an attempt was made to repay that charitable foundation. So approximately 4 years had elapsed when the funds from the charitable foundation had been used to partially pay for a bond in the name of or for the benefit of Mr. Honus.
And the interest payments on the bond went into him or his personal company's account. And it's only when the Integrity Commission itself looked into this thing and said, hey, but some of the funding for this, $32,000 US of the $94,000 US cost of the bond, came from a charity with which Mr. Honus is very closely associated and is a director. That the necessary rearrangements of the thing were done and the money was returned to the charity. So for several years, he declared that bond as being his or his company's, and he received the payments under that bond.
It bad, you know? It bad, man, and embarrassing, man. It bad, man. This a modern day corruption. Remember Zara Burton? Dig up your old file them. You're craziness. And the man no learn, people. Almost 8 years ago, him no learn. So the whole life of this man being a prime minister, a corruption. Me people, may I ask you, you want to tell me say the whole life of this man in office as a prime minister is nothing but corruption? The report me just make you hear is Zara Burton from 18 Degrees North. I mean, I beg all of you go over there go check her out. She had a wonderful job. We need like a couple more like her out of Jamaica. We fix them business. Yeah? And we as vloggers, we're serious out here. So you tell me say almost 8 years ago, the woman do investigation for your backside, expose your nastiness. We vloggers come out and we exposed you. The brother not no shame. Him still a galang with him galang in. Listen to more modern corruption. This is after Zara Burton.
So there are two separate investigations that emanated from the Prime Minister's statutory declarations. I want you to discuss that first and tell us what were those two separate investigations. One relates to the omission of information for which the Director of Corruption Prosecution ruled, and then the second investigation was around illicit enrichment.
Well, I would say on the 4 accounts, there were 2 related to his parents put his name on, one with a former constituency manager and another one. Now, it's important to look at the detail. The Director of Investigation said he brought to Mr. Holness's attention on 3 occasions that his name was in fact on the accounts. And in spite of that, Mr. Holness did not declare those as part of his declaration. Secondly, and even more importantly, the Director of Investigation found that in 2 of those accounts, monies were flowing through the accounts from accounts solely controlled by Mr. Holness and 2 accounts solely controlled by Mr. Holness. So in essence, he's saying Mr. Holness said he knew nothing about these accounts, but funds are flowing in the region of millions of dollars. Deposits put in today, taken out the following week. 2 accounts controlled solely by him. So the question is, was Mr. Holness being truthful when he said, well, it's my parents' account and I don't know anything about it?
No, can you imagine? All those are corruption since my PM, you know? A corruption since my PM. So it show your pattern. Zara Burton show it. Him as the Minister of Education, rich before he become a Prime Minister. 7.5 years ago, you see him a campaign to become a Prime Minister, that she go grab him and I question him. So a long time, that brother, even before he become a Prime Minister, so I got people. So these are modern day corruption where I hear you so now as a Prime Minister. He bad, you know, and he mad and his father mix up in it, you know.
This is actually one of the more disturbing features, because what the investigation of the Integrity Commission has revealed is that funds were used from a charity. It's called Positive Foundation, Positive Jamaica Foundation.
Poor people money gone.
Which,
the rich man.
By definition, would have charitable purposes. And some funds in the region of approximately $32,000 US dollars were diverted to pay for a bond in the name of Mr. Holness.
Or his company, his personal company.
And I believe at some point it may have been either in his or his personal holding company, which he owns 100%. And it remained in that form for the life of the bond until it was called. And it was only after the bond had been redeemed and that transaction was now, in a sense, extinct.
Is it reasonable
closed? That, just allow me to finish, that upon questioning by the Director of Investigation that an attempt was made to repay that charitable foundation. So approximately 4 years had elapsed. when the funds from the charitable foundation had been used to partially pay for a bond in the name of or for the benefit of Mr. Honus.
And the interest payments on the bond went into him or his personal company's account. And it's only when the Integrity Commission itself looked into this thing and said, hey, but some of the funding for this, 32,000 US of the 94,000 US cost of the bond, came from a charity with which Mr. Honus is very closely associated and is a director. That the necessary rearrangements of the thing were done and the money was returned to the charity. So for several years, he declared that bond as being his or his company's, and he received the payments under that bond.
Gentle people who are listening to me right now, may I make a suggestion? The Integrity Commission report is long, right? It's a long, many pages. And I'm sure the PNP never go through everything in this online People's Parliament. So I think that the PNP should come out here once a week until the guys iron it out and we all can understand it clearly. Yeah, non-stop punch. So the people can understand, because if you guys did not do this, we would not have this to play. Simple stuff like that. See that? Simple example. If you guys did not do this, we would have this to play to the audience so they can understand more clearer. So I'm asking the PNP, if you not listen to me, anybody know the PNP coming, I'm the link and contacts with them, you know, no politician. Tell them, say, this is good. Very good. I may appreciate it. Once a week until you guys explain the how much 100 and odd pages of the Integrity Commission report. Explain to vloggers, explain to Jamaicans who can read and don't understand. Because people call me and tell me, say, them appreciate the way I read for them. You know, me never know that. People call me and tell me, say, them appreciate the way, because none of them can read. People who can read call me and tell me, you know. People who can read call me from Jamaica and tell me they love when I read for them. So these are the reasons why we should explain stuff to the people. And Mr. Bunting, stop using them big word there. Cut that out. Me understand so if you talk like a politician and show your education, a Jamaican people you talk to. Kind of talk like Mr. Golden. If you notice Golden, him kind of broke down the word a little bit smaller so the common man can understand. We don't want you about no elapse. How many people understand that meaning, brother? You're talking to Jamaican people. Cut that out. Why Jamaicans always try to use big words to show education? Bunting, me I tell you, cut that out. Me hear you talk, me love your argument. But when we hear you talk, if people don't really have sense or can read, them can understand you. Things is supposed to be plain as A, B, C to the Jamaican people. Break it down to them. Cut down the big old education, show off and boast somebody with big words. We don't have to hear that. Broke it down. You know, say US politicians don't use no big words when they listen to US politicians. Me listen to politicians over here so I talk all the time. So all the Jamaican go like brighter than everybody else, so I use big words. Stop it. That not gonna work. Me listen several times and something come to my mind when me I listen a while ago. Mr. Bunting, Lego them big word there. Most Jamaican people you talk to don't understand them. You talk to foreign media. Stop it. And we are foreigner vote for you, are the Jamaican people. So your argument must make sense in every sentence to them. So when they talk like that, it don't make no sense to them. Because they don't understand what you're saying. Don't make no sense to them, my brother. Comment section, tell me if I lie, me I tell. You don't have to use a big word, boy, if you prove who brighter than who. Use the common language of every man. Okay. A poor people who not look vote from. Let's continue. I love what I do, I want more of it.
What happened to bold money? Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it. A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over 143,000 US dollars, which came from SSL. And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL. It was deeply concerning to me, and I'm sure that it must be deeply concerning to all the people who not only lost money, but know people who lost money. And you know the number one concern is what happened to borrowed money.
The people, if you believe say the PNP if you broke it down, come back out here, come give more parliament online, people's parliament online. I really appreciate it. Remember me telling you now, me someone that beat my goal enough time for you laziness, you know. And some of the PNP beat me back and say, Carlos, let me man. You know what PNP be black from a page. But black more PNP than Labour rights, you know. I'm a beat Andrew Owens more than Mark Golding. You see what I said? Because Andrew Owens are the man who can make change because I'm in a power. But yet me have to black more PNP. Me don't want to black no more, I want to be able to sell for my page, man. But yeah. Because me have to continue, because like when people talk about Mark Golding, I'm not like that. But me like what the PNP did this time. So me I come out. If it's good, me I tell you say good. Remember for my page, me now go around the thing and be no bias. This was good. That the PNP did not go there in a press conference. Because if you did it at a press conference, come to think about it, you guys wouldn't explain it like this. So you guys need to pre-record. Do it again the same way. Pre-record it. So you have enough time to do your stuff and even edit it if you want to. And put it out there for the people. Like me. Come here and listen, sit more and sit for playback to my people then. So if you guys not give me nothing to work with, what black guys to work with? If you don't give the people them sitting for work with, how the people them for learn? May I always beat on the behind on the laziness. This was very good. And may I tell you something, I appreciate it. And I'm sure the people them appreciate it in the comment section also. And I wish go out there, go do more of this. Explain every bit of it. To explain every page of this Integrity Commission report. I may ask the PNP then please. And everybody bright like I want. Some of you at the backbench want to understand clearer. Give me contents. People, thank you guys for watching this video. My name is Jamaican Carlos. If for the first time on my platform you like the work, go ahead and subscribe. Follow me. Make this place be a part. You can come hang out and hit the bell so you can come in the comment section and say, yo, Carlos, XYZ. Now, before you leave, guys, I'm going to play my favorite song for you, the rain song. I like it when it rains. This song is written by Carlos, arranged by me, produced by me. And my song this, even the harmony, the sound, the melody, every note, I arrange the song. I'm singing myself. Here we go. A Sunday. Bless up on yourself. Share it if you think somebody feel it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it when it rains. Like it when it rains. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Girl, I like it when it rains. Yeah, yeah. I like it when it thunders. I like it when it rains. Yeah, yeah. It makes me feel much younger. Girl, it's raining in my bed. Na, 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 na. It's raining in my bed, yes.
It's raining in my bed.
It's raining in my bed.
It's raining in my
Girl,
bed.
it's raining in my bed, yes.
It's raining in my bed.
And if a sheet gets wet, it doesn't matter. My mattress weight, it doesn't matter. Girl, as long as I'm with you, you and only you will do. If my pillow gets wet, it doesn't matter. My blanket gets wet, it doesn't matter. Girl, I'm so in love with you. So whenever we make love, I like it when it rains. Yeah, yeah. I like it when it's thunder. I like it when it rains. Yeah,
Pull it up. People only like it. Jamaican Carlos to the world. Remember, dancehall me I come from, me old DJ too, But my father is also a musician, so my band and music. As Sunday, I decided to share this with you again.
Yeah. I like it when it rains. Yes. Yeah. Oh yes. Girl, I like it when it rains. Yes. I like it when it thunders. I like it when it rains. Yes. It makes me feel much younger. Girl, it's raining in my bed. Na. It's raining in my bed, yes. Girl, it's raining in my bed. Na. Girl, it's raining in my bed, yes. Ooh. And if a sheet gets wet, it doesn't matter. My mattress weight, it doesn't matter. Girl, as long as I'm with you, you and only you will do. If my pillow gets wet, it doesn't matter. My blanket wet, it doesn't matter. Girl, I'm so in love with you. So whenever we make love, I like it when it rains. Yeah. I like it when it thunders.
I like it when it thunders.
I like it when it rains. Yes. It makes me feel much younger.
Yeah.
It's raining in my bed. Na. It's raining in my bed. Yeah. Girl, it's raining in my bed.
Yeah.
Na. It's raining in my bed.
Happy Sunday, guys. What is up? Hey.
Girl, the rain is falling and I need you now. And the body's calling and I need you now. Please don't let this moment pass. I don't know how long this rain gonna last. Baby, hold me, squeeze me, touch me, tease me. You know I could do just to please me. Girl, I love you. Girl, I like it when it rains. Yeah. I like it when it thunders.
Hey. Give me the feedback now. Yes, man. Yeah. Want to say, people, thank you guys so much. My name is Jamaican Carlos. As usual, you know I go. Thank you for watching this video. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Share it if anything, somebody if you hear it. What do you think about my song? All right. Talk to you guys later. I'm out.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away, eat the yellow rat you. Use the youth, the money, waste for most mantis statue. Say be like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take the script of money, girl, and say that is not you. One day the man above end up, him a got a belt. But it in the kitchen, some a fly well like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again.
To state that I
stand in full support
of the best Prime Minister
since 1962.
Is a man of integrity, love,
and I am very lucky
to have an outstanding Prime Minister.
A leader that we can be so proud of.
the transformation. I just gave away 87 black cats.
Is the best we have had.
I don't want you to come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want labor rights carry that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
What happened to borrowed money? Now, the other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it. A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over $143,000 US, which came from SSL. And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL.
Prime Minister and Party Leader Andrew Holmes
is the man of integrity, love.
Love.
The operation, which began after 6 a.m. on Thursday morning, saw unoccupied and unfinished houses being demolished by large machinery.
To state that I
stand in full support
of the best Prime Minister
since 1962.
One inconsolable victim of the demolition said she now has no clue what her next steps will be, as she spent her last $800,000 on the lot she was building on.
Give me TRN, and my ID, and every time of the receipt give me. Every time of the receipt give me. Nobody not give me no look one, no give me.
In full support
of the best Prime Minister
since 1962.
Southwest St. Elizabeth is in full support.
No, I thought me just a pass and so I just told me so I leave on the plane. Me just have to work for work. See that work for work. And changes and me can work in the mountain because me not happy because me have safe below so. I don't know what to do.
How could I not support a leader who is moving Jamaica forward?